Welcome home. Let's make sure we're looking at the right thing. Yep. Welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It is Friday. It is October 14th. It's late in the day. It's 4:59 p.m. here in the Arizona desert. I wanted to take a quick look at just what happened today and how the weekend is kind of setting up. So, BitcoinReview.com got more for you there. Hey, if you want, if it helps you, well, if this has ever helped you or it might in the future, buy me a coffee. Also, little crypto links here. And of course, all kinds of other things that I do use and endorse. So check that out if you want. I link to all the indicators and such that I use, and that's bitcoinreview.com. Link to that stuff. I mean, go check it out. You'll enjoy it. I'll put it in the live chat. All right, now. FinViz today. It's very, very clear what happened. It dumped, right? So the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P 500, after a rather powerful day yesterday, we had a dump today. So looking at the S&P 500, which Bitcoin is very, very attached to, as you can see, across the board, it was a dump day. Now, the DXY did make a little move off of the 20 WMA, and it's on a daily chart. So basically what happened was DXY pumped a little bit and the market dumped. Yesterday, as you can see, it dumped a little bit and the market pumped, So anyway, oil down today below all important moving averages on the daily. DXY made a small run, which absolutely ass hammered the market. S&P 500, green day yesterday, red day today, gave it all back. Well, almost all of it. US Tech 100, like them or not, green day yesterday, red day today. Gold by the ounce down today. Silver by the ounce down today. Definitely a downtrend for both gold and silver, below all important moving averages. Gold coming in at 1,643 an ounce. And silver, $18.23. So they're definitely getting hammered like most commodities because the DXY is being pumped like crazy to try to save the empire. All right, now check this out. 7.5 billion, or basically 7.6 billion if we add it up. Volume today, not bad at all, especially for kind of a dumpy day. Looking at spot trading pair volume on all the big exchanges, it was green today in most cases, but it's gone red. And as you can see on the 7-day graph, we're getting a real trail off as we come to the end of the week. So this weekend, we're rolling into it after definitely some alts ran today, for sure. But in general, a bit of a weak day other than a few alts that did run. And if you caught those, great. We'll kind of take a look at some of those real quick as we go through this. But it's Friday. We're hitting the weekend week. Good Bitcoin trading volume, but really not much spot trading volume at all. For all the other spot trading pairs. Binance actually has got 47 billion for derivatives. 50 billion is at least a day worth showing up for. So an unusual high amount of derivatives for a weekend that's looking kind of so basically, well, weak. All right, looking at Bitcoin and the top 100, Bitcoin coming in at 19,198 today. Most of the things we're seeing here in the top 100 are in the red today, but somewhere in the green today. Definitely did have a couple alts that ran, and that's nice to see. Looking at longs versus short sentiment for Bitcoin on Binance, 66% long, 33% short. And then, of course, for Ethereum, 59% long, 40% short. So a slight long bias for both of those. Looking at Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart. Actually, you know what? Let's first look at Bitcoin on the daily chart. Let's get rid of some of this mess. Here we go. I'm using a wild indicator that I just kind of learned about from blockchain education, one of our weekly webinars. It's called Customizable Pivot Support Resistance Zones. Just search for that and you'll find it. Anyway, it just basically shows highs and lows. It shows support. It's kind of interesting. Definitely, you got to match this up with the trading methodology of your own. But this is pretty powerful stuff. And one of the things that I do like is if we take this fib sequence that I've been looking at for quite a while, mentioned many times here, go back to March of 2020 when we visited the 3Ks briefly. And as you can see, basically this green, which is basically your accumulate your buy zone, is right sitting on the 786 fib line in perfection. And it's funny, it has a little sell box right there for a place to sell it. Basically, it just finds support and resistance that has previously existed. It's rather cool. It's a quick way to go through a lot of charts, and it's very, very helpful. But here's the thing. Really, is this going to be the bottom and we move up or not? Hard to tell. So it's all about, are we going to move up from the 786 fib level, looking at this huge amount of time I'm going to turn this indicator off real quick just so we can see things a little bit more clearly. It's all about what is going to happen, and I've referenced it many times in the past. But like I said, we have our 618 golden pocket here on the daily chart, right where the uh, the 618 golden pocket, the 618 to the 650 is right. The 200 moving average on daily is right there in the middle of it. So really, it's all about a run up back above that, above like 26, 27, or 28,000 for sure. If we can get above that, like find some support above that 200 moving average, then of course you got the 314 moving average, which is very likely to smack it down at around like 32,000. But who knows? It can rocket right past that. It does happen. So anyway, let's see what happens. We definitely have support, as we can see previously, right there on top of the 618, which is right above 28,600. Basically, is a nice spot to find support. And that would just get above that 200 moving average. That would be pretty glorious. Let's check out. Because right now, really, it's all about which way is it going to go, break up or break down. We'll see what happens. We're really in an accumulation phase, and I mean I've mentioned it before, but really, the whales love this. They love it. Because they can just work that. They can just accumulate and accumulate and accumulate, which is most likely what they're doing. And they can basically buy this bottom and they can just sell these tops. It's probably more like this for them, something like that. Anyway, let's look at the real quick. If I can get this thing to work here. Come on. I don't know. Get rid of too many drawings, I think. Weird. 1 second. Come on. Yeah. Weird. Sorry about that. It's not letting me do something. We go over here, come back here. Oh, weird. Let's just do a new template. There we go. Bonk. Now, just wanted to check out the oh, here we go. So also see, the thing is, we're rolling into a Friday, volume's going down, histogram's kind of neutral. We are really like, are we at a negative MACD cross or what? So MACD is definitely either neck and neck or it's crossed under the signal. So a negative MACD cross, along with low volume going into the weekend for alt pairs. Not so bad volume for Bitcoin, but in general, still, if we look at the let's look at a different chart here. Boom. Let's go to a 4-hour chart. As you can see, Bitcoin's kind of been dumping, not really holding. The white moving average here is the 200. And as you can see, we had, that kind of, yeah, there we go. We've been sort of heading downhill for a while. So if I was to do kind of a reversed, fib sequence here, fib retracement, just do it like upside down kind of. From there you can see really we're nowhere, well, really nowhere near turning around. So anyway, sorry to be a little bit low energy. It's just not a very exciting day here in the market. So, well, oh gosh, it's even worse than that. To kind of go to a daily. As you can see, if we look at the daily, I mean, Bitcoin's been, I'm sorry, for some reason my computer's just maxed out CPU wise right now. I don't exactly know why. I'm not getting, my charts aren't really rendering very well. So something's eating up a bunch of my resources here. So, yeah. Anyway, there you go. I think rather than actually, we haven't really recovered anything to actually do a downwards Fibonacci sequence. So really, all we kind of got is when we do that fib sequence here, and this is like way back there, like I say, March 2020. If we look at that, you can kind of see everything's pretty sticky here. It looks good. We're in this huge accumulation zone. It's all about are we going to bounce from there or are we going to, move down? I would say definitely, but if we don't hold the stay of 786, then, who knows? We'll have to see where we find support on the way down below that. But definitely, we really try to stay above the 618, try to stay above the 786. We only had kind of one little quick bump below it. So let's see what happens. This is definitely kind of an accumulation zone, and it has been support before. You can see where it's played a role in the chart. I promise you we'll move on from this in just a second. But it's played a role here, 786. And so right now it's just kind of playing it again, and we'll see what happens. And so is the 618. It's definitely been a relevant aspect of the chart. So let's see if we can get a move up, break that 200 moving average and cruise. If not, well, then we're probably going to break below the 200 moving average. I'm sorry, the 786 fib level, and that's just going to be, well, grizzly. We'll see what happens. We'll find some support. Hopefully, we're not visiting 4K again or some ridiculous thing like that. But I don't think we will. Let's see what happens. It's all about a move up. And right now, with the world being crazy, Europe's economy failing, I can say I really think we'll probably see a pre rally, like some pre-gaming as we head towards the midterm elections here in the U.S. I just don't think that if the party in power, doesn't matter if it's a left or a right party, if the party in power does have the influence, they don't want the markets to dump right now. And so I just don't see leading into at least since November, I just don't see much more of a dump. I don't see let's see what happens. I mean, I'm trying to be optimistic here. I think that most likely as we head towards the midterms, we're going to see, and the closer we get, we're going to see a market rally. We're going to see enough of a market rally to at least get people's minds off the market dumping, because it isn't like Europe's going to get any better towards midterms. But America, if we could just, if the globalist bastards if the Fed would stop pumping this DXY, just give the market a break, we would have quite the rally, and that'd be nice. And that's the time when you can catch some money, because I think we'd all love to see that. I mean, who wouldn't like to catch this? Boom, 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 boom. I'll take it, and it could happen. So anyway, but of course, there's always alts making money. That's the thing about it. Whenever you hear people talk about, Bitcoin and the crypto market, just realize I can't share all this all the time. This is kind of blockchain education exclusive stuff. These are the lists that we're running off of and stuff right now. It's a big trading group. Definitely, I endorse it. Go over here to bitcoinlevy.com, scroll down, buy me a coffee on the way, get some hemp paste. You'll be glad you did. And then check out, where is it at? Oh gosh, did it get deleted? Here it is. It's right below the right below here, the little QR codes. Blockchain education. Watch the infomercial if you want. Click on the affiliate link here. Make me a few pennies, and you can come trade with a bunch of people. That there's actually managed trading now. There's a hybrid trading that you can get into if you kind of want to set and forget. And also, if you want to learn a trading methodology, where we have beginners webinars once a week, we have more advanced, like weekly webinars once a week. Anyone can watch both. They're all essential. You hop over here and join the team. I think you're going to have a lot of fun. You basically auto trading, turn it on, connect your exchange. There you go. Then you can get on to the all the major exchanges are kind of working right now. Binance, KuCoin, Coinbase Pro, a lot are working. I'm using KuCoin right now mostly. I'm actually using, and you can mock me if you want, but Coinbase Pro and KuCoin right now mostly. But and I use Binance US. If you can use, also I use FTX. All these are working pretty well. Up here, I don't use Bybit. You can use those and use those. And here's our little them, and you can watch a bunch of videos and that are there on the site. Back, chill, and like cruise along with each indicator set up. We go over the hottest coins that are actually making moves that we're going to watch that week, and great entries. So however you want to play it, managed, hybrid, automated, or me, I personally, I'm only a manual trader. I just prefer it. But I'm thinking about getting into the managed. That sounds actually kind of fun to me. I like that one. So here's the thing. Like, you don't need Bitcoin to moon to make money. Okay. Like, let's look here at, for instance, MDX versus USDT. Okay. This little thing here has got great looking indicators. And this thing just, pumped out of nowhere. Basically, it's been giving it all back for a while. It's a 4-hour chart. Sorry, my charts are running really slow. Computer's just kind of dying. This thing's been kind of sideways and not very happening for a while, but it's been holding that 200 moving average. And basically, you can see here, we kind of saw this happen because we're all watching. We saw the Madrid ribbons turn green there. We saw a break of the 200 and the 314 moving average. Boom, our blue diamond merit badge. Not surprisingly, had to give a little bit back and retrace. It made a 314 bounce, and then it friggin' went crazy. And if we watch now, there's definitely people who got involved in this. They were kind of watching. Maybe they kind of layered in a little bit, especially when we got this move off to 314, and boom. And check it out. If you were to have hopped in there on that 314 bounce, let's say right about here, let's say you felt confident here, you probably could have, this thing ran up about how many percent? 167% in a day and 4 hours. And if you were running like a trailing take profit, maybe got about here, you could have made 120, probably more like 150%. If you went to here with a 10% trailing take profit, you could have easily made like 160, 150% probably. So anyway, just saying, we're watching for these things, as kind of a team, and that's very helpful. So as far as stuff that is doing well right now, we're looking at these lists right here, these lists that we're working off of. And so I'm showing them to you quickly. They won't do any good if you're not really trading using our methodology. But as you can see, we're all talking about these coins. I'm going to hop off of those because that's, blockchain education stuff. This is my little list here. And as you can see, I'm watching stuff like this. Pond. This is an interesting one, but not too interesting. Let's just rock through real quick and see if we see anything that looks good right now versus USDT. Let's look at a 4-hour chart. I like this one. Look at that. ENS. I think that's called, like, what is it? Ethereum name services. This thing ran hard today on the 4-hour chart. Well, it's kind of since yesterday, really. It's got kind of a plateau right now. This is definitely one to watch for continuation. Indicators look good. It's just kind of going sideways because Bitcoin is QNT, BTC. That one continues. That's a nice continuation there. Got a QLC BTC. That one's kind of been giving it all back, trying to make a run once again. I'm not going to spend too much time looking at stuff because this is Friday. Volume is trailing off. I'm going to kind of reevaluate things on Saturday. I'll hop online and show you guys what I'm looking at getting into over the weekend or each day, Saturday and Sunday. Nothing too really exciting. I'm not seeing any big moves right now in the stuff that I'm watching. Front BNC, kind of interesting. I can sneak over here to their list real quick. The blockchain education lets me find something without giving away all the secrets here. Anything looking really hot today that we're into? No. How about versus BTC? Any big runs today? Boom. There's one. It's not bad. Interesting. So you've got your, there you go, UK, UTK versus Bitcoin 4-hour chart. Nice run. Probably going to start giving it all back now, though. Anyway, guys, I'm a little bit low energy right now, so I don't want to, bore you. But basically, like, you can look QLC versus BTC. This thing's starting to push again. It's making money. If it breaks this 314 and runs between the 200 and 314, then breaks the 200 with some strong indicators, definitely that's one to maybe get into. Data versus BTC. I kind of like this one. This is a 4-hour chart. As you can see, it was running up a nice upwards channel for quite a while, and then it just it kind of dumped out of it. It's working on pushing back in there. This is definitely one to watch. And how much has that made today? Like last 24 hours, like 4%. It's moving. Not really in the right spot yet, but I'm seeing some, if you know the candles by Sam, you can see it's getting some velocity there because of the purple candles. It's going to challenge that 314 and that 200. If it got back in the upwards channel, that'd be kind of exciting. So PevX, BTC, this is one that I'm watching. So it had an incredible run recently. It's a 4-hour chart. Indicators, if I squeeze them up a little bit here, they're looking pretty darn strong. It ran hard, got above the 314 moving average, challenged 200, got rejected, but it's pushing once again. Something that I do like about this one, indicators look strong, but also check it out. It made a nice 0.5 Fibonacci bounce. It's definitely finding support in the 382, and now it's challenging the 236. I'm going to watch for this thing. Kind of my buy zone, to be honest with you, is right around here. Oh, wait, my buy zone is right about here, right above that 200, especially if it actually runs and kind of goes up bounces, and boom, and then continues running. And I'll probably have I'll be thinking about, doing, this will probably be my spot to sell to, probably be like right here at the top of the Fibonacci sequence where wick 2 before. We'll see how strong it looks on the indicators. If it, I'll be ready to sell there if it gets rejected. But if it breaks through, then definitely, I could see a move something like that. Definitely where it kind of goes up, breaks through, comes back, tests, and runs. Anyway, guys, that's that. It's a 4-hour chart looking pretty nice. I like what I'm seeing there. 45-minute chart, how's it looking there? See how it's looking. So PivX versus Bitcoin. I like this one too because here in the 45-minute chart, you can see the squeeze indicators beginning to turn positive. Directional nexus in the green, ADX is where it needs to be. Binary candles are looking good. And only thing we're not really seeing right now is a little bit of, we've seen some volume spikes that got it moving, but as you can see, they're decreasing. And it is Friday, so play this one carefully. I like PivX versus BTC. How about LUN-C versus USDT? Yeah, that one's sucking. It's not doing anything. Doge versus USDT. Nah, on the 45, it's not above the 200. It's not really making anything happen. Front, BTC, I think we looked at that one. Front's nice. Front versus BTC. It's just challenged the 200. Let's see if it keeps support. Directional nexus is kind of weak, but the squeeze indicator is kind of strong. Binary candles just turning green. Not a whole lot of volume pushing it right now, but it is making some effort. So, front BTC has been sideways for kind of a long time. This might be another one of its many challenges where it never gets off the ground, but I'm definitely watching this one. It could run. Link BTC. I like Link BTC. Yeah, it's out of its upwards channel that it was in. It's a long way from doing anything. So just, AGIX versus BTC, definitely nice, beautiful 200 moving average break on the 45-minute chart. Way back on 12th of October, it was not long ago, I guess. Thing has been running like crazy. It's a cycle right now where it's giving a lot back. Let's see what happens. This guy actually could start running again. Watch the directional index to get to be more green, and the ADX get to be around 20. Now watch those SME binary candles to get blue again. Watch the squeeze indicator begin to rock towards a positive switch, and watch for some of this beautiful volume to kick in. You actually can see the volume, especially you can see when it starts getting pushed around. You can see the volume here on the 4-hour chart, and you can see definitely this thing's been pushed around. So watch for some volume spikes. Watch for turning up indicators. The 4-hour chart's looking pretty good, and see what happens. And something else you can do right now is do a fib sequence on this thing. If you fib sequence this thing, bonk, bonk, look at that. We're actually hitting a 618 wick right down to the bottom of the 618 golden pocket and making a move back up. Logical spot for this thing to possibly bounce. 4-hour chart looks pretty strong on the inner side and the indicator side. Just watch for the squeeze indicator to look positive, which right now it's kind of overextended, but watch the directional index begin to turn positive again, and watch for some volume spike in this thing. I definitely could see it visiting the top of this SIP sequence once again. So interesting play. I'd be more interested if this was like in the middle of a weekday or a morning in getting in on this one right now. But look at that beautiful 618 golden pocket bounce. That's just that's a wonderful chart right there. I like it. So let's keep an eye on this one. I could definitely see it finding support above this .5 and continuing to move up. Watch these 45-minute indicators. I think we're definitely going to see this thing possibly run this weekend. So with that said, I've been babbling for way too long. Is XMR. I've been watching Monero recently. Monero's in the middle of nowhere. So anyway, remember, don't buy Monero. Cryptocurrencies are harmful to the banking system and may weaken the state apparatus. And same thing for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, because it makes a piece of shit globalists cry. And I like that, and I hope you do too. Thanks for being part of the peaceful revolution. And let's say this weekend plays out. I do think opportunities abound. We're probably going to see some stuff run unless Bitcoin totally blows chunks this weekend. And so far, I think it's going to hold that daily 786. So take care.